welcome back to another Collectible Spotlight. I'm that Halloween movie collector, Pat. This week we're going to take a look at, honestly, I was looking around everything behind me in my collection, trying to figure out what can I do on a Collectible Spotlight that I haven't done so far. And the more I was looking, the more things I'm seeing hanging around on the wall or sitting on shelves that are made of wood. Now, you don't think of collectibles as being made of wood, but there's quite a few Halloween collectibles that are made of wood. Not necessarily just plaques that hang on your wall, of the art, but some other smaller things too, and stuff that may be a little out of the ordinary that I figure I'd spotlight anyway. Now, truth be told, most of the wooden plaques or collectibles as such over the years are usually released through Spirit Halloween. But I think there's a few other ones that were released at different places, and some that, actually one or two I think I already did a review on. But let's start and see where we go from there. Why don't we start with which are basically the smallest wooden collectibles. I have everything sitting next to me, but I will be popping up pictures so you guys can see what's out there. I don't have everything, but just what I have in my collection, and maybe if you don't have it, it'll inspire you to go out and look for it. So let's start with something that I do love. I have an unholy addiction to cigars. I love a good cigar. And I was very surprised to find these about, I want to say they're about 4 or 5 years ago. A company called Tatuaje put out Michael Myers cigars. Now, this is the collectible wood box that they came in. There is another one with his face on it that I have not been able to get my hands on. And I actually did a review of the cigars and the boxes earlier on Collectible Spotlight. I'll pop a link up here if you guys want to go check it out. It's pretty cool. So this is actually, I consider, since this was made of wood, I added it to this specific video. So this is actually the box. Inside it, I only have one of the actual cigars left. But I figured since it was made of wood, why not include it? Try to be thorough. Pretty cool stuff. And you can, I'm not sure, you might have to be able to find some of these laying around. I don't think they make them anymore, but I'm sure some older cigar sites probably have them if you want to get some. They're actually pretty good if you're into cigars. Next up would be this Halloween German box set. I don't have it opened. I never really opened it. It's still sealed, but it's made of wood. It's in a slide top box. I'm going to pop pictures up here of what it will look like if it's opened. And this is all the stuff that it comes with. It comes with a lot of cool stuff. I do have the media book loose because they did sell it as a loose set. This was a special edition that you had to get, which are kind of hard to find and very collectible now. But it's made of wood. It's something you don't usually see. You see a lot of these box sets of DVDs and Blu-rays, whatever. They're either steel books or they're in some type of a slide case, but not many are made of wood. So I thought that was pretty unique. So I forgot to add it to this specific video because it's made of wood. Next up, we have what we're going to be starting is the onslaught of wooden collectibles from Spirit Halloween. Everybody loves Spirit Halloween. Look forward to it every August. Everybody's chasing down and hunting down all the Myers and Halloween stuff that they sell. And I'm one of those idiots to go to all the different stores to make sure I get it all. But they did put out a lot of cool wood collectibles over the past few years. So I think I'll start, like I said, I'm trying to start small to larger. So here we go with our beloved Judith Myers collectible wooden tombstone. So this is very cool. You can actually hang it up. It does have a thing on the top here to hang it up. These were all pretty affordable at the time. What were they? What did they all run? They all ran about $10 a piece, which is not so bad. So I thought this was cool. This would have been cool. I understand why they didn't make a bigger version because this is very small because it's pretty heavy for what it is. I mean, the larger, that would be a big piece of wood. They do sell, Trick or Treat Studios do sell styrofoam full-size Judith Myers tombstones. But Judith Myers tombstone, and just simply to go with it is this little Myers tombstone, which is basically loosely based on the Rob Zombie version of the Myers tombstone. So I thought this was pretty cool. And again, you can still hang it up. These are nice. They sit nicely on a shelf, which was good about them being thick. You can actually stand them up on a shelf because I have very limited wall space. So kudos to Spirit. Another one from Spirit, which I love. This is awesome. I wish they'd do more of these. Is this little wood sign from the iconic closet scene from the original Halloween. One of my favorite scenes of all time. Then there's our great friend Tommy Lee Wallace dressed up as Michael Myers. So these were pretty cool. This is a lot lighter because it's not solid. It's like a little box, like a shadow box type. And you can hang it up on the wall. And like I said, these are all very affordable. Like they're like $9.99 and under. But this one I really thought was cool with that great image. Wish they do a few more like this with different images from the film. This I just shout out to my good friend and co-host on the Halloween Collectors podcast, my good friend Brett Patrick, for picking this up for me. And I think it was a Meyer store because he's from Chicago. I guess it must be an Illinois-based store. Yeah, I could not find these for the life of me. I know they were sold in some of the BAM bookstores, but I was not able to find these. And this is pretty cool too. You can hang it up as usual. Based on Halloween 2, because you can see there's the Halloween 2 pumpkin right there. And Universal has been putting Halloween 2 stuff on everything this season. I should do just a collectible spotlight on how much Halloween 2 stuff that Universal is licensing, because it's just an onslaught. Everything from Chia Pets to Zen Gardens. Yeah. Interesting. Pretty cool Welcome to Haddonfield sign that simply can hang. These are still available every year in spirit, but nice little shot. Michael Myers there, one of our favorite shots where Tommy Doyle's looking out the window and seeing the boogeyman. So I thought this was pretty cool. Nice little sign. And this I thought was pretty cool too. Who doesn't want to I don't have a desk where I work that people would see. I just work like freelance where I go around the different places, but I would definitely have this on my desk. A Michael Myers photo. Like it would be my uncle or my dad or my son. So you can stand it up. It's got the thing in the back. And this was another Spirit Halloween release. So I'm like, oh God, if I had my desk like I used to have a regular desk where people could stop by, I would so have this on that desk. That's very, very cool. And to go along with that, I would have that. And there's another Myers picture frame. And I never put any picture in it, but I just left it as it was because it had the Halloween logo on it. But same thing, if I had a desk, forget it. I would so have this on my desk so people could see. Well, most people know I'm a Halloween fanatic, and most of them know I'm out of my mind, so it wouldn't come as a big surprise. This release from Spirit Halloween, I thought was really cool. Whoever came up with this design, it was this big knife. Now that's a knife with Myers on it. And on the one side is Myers, the other side is the Halloween logo. Now this I thought was fantastic. Just a great display piece. It sits up nicely on the shelf there. Yeah, it's just tough to get with this lighting, but very, very cool. And these are still available. These have been available, I think, for the past 2-3 years now from Spirit. And I think you can even get them on their website. Now we're going to work into some of the bigger ones that take up a lot of wall space, which I don't have a lot of wall space. Now this is basically just a giant version of the little Myers tombstone I showed you before that hangs on the wall, but it's also got this little thing at the bottom that says, "Welcome to Haddonfield." So you can hang this up on the wall. It's got the loop on the top. It takes up a lot of space. I do have it in the back. What stinks is some of these things I have to put on the wall, and then there's other things in front of it. You can't view it that much, but there's only so much space in this area here, and they just keep coming out with more and more stuff. Another cool wooden sign from Spirit Halloween, which everybody thought was a misspelling, myself included, so I looked it up because I had just never seen it that way before. I did remember it being called this in the original Halloween novelization, but didn't think much of it. The Bogeyman. Dr. Loomis, Laurie Strode, Michael Myers. It's sort of like a movie advertisement thing for the Boogeyman. Now, if you do look up the name Bogeyman, it also says other spellings and pronunciations of the Boogeyman. Why it's changed over the years, I have no idea. But the Bogeyman, everybody was like, "Oh, why did they spell it that way?" Well, that's actually the way it's supposed to be originally spelled, and it's actually spoken and spelled that way in the Halloween original novelization from Curtis Richards. So, why it was changed to Boogeyman over the years, I don't know. Probably easier to say. We're just so familiar with it now. Nobody's walking around saying the Bogeyman, the Bogeyman. It doesn't sound right. But yeah, very cool sign, and it's not a misprint. Another great sign that these used to, well, they still put them out in FYE every year, but they used to put out a Halloween one every single year. They had Resurrection, they had The Curse of Michael Myers, and then they came out with my favorite, Halloween 2. Now, these are nice wooden signs, and they're done very nicely, and they don't seem to do them anymore. I did have the Resurrection and the Curse of Michael Myers, and I really don't collect stuff from those other films. I like them. I collect the DVDs, any press and promotional material from the other films, but at some point I had to draw a line on every single movie because I just can't afford it, and I just can't simply display it all. So, well, Halloween 1, 2, and 3 are my favorites. I do select other things I like from the other films and collect them. So the only one I didn't keep was the Halloween 2 one, because Halloween 2 is one of the ones that are near and dear to my heart, right there with the original. And these were very cool. They do still put these out in FYE. They're usually there. They have, like, Nightmare on Elm Street ones. There's Trick or Treat ones. There's Friday the 13th ones, but they haven't put out a new Halloween one in a few years. I don't understand. I'm sure it has something to do with licensing, but very cool. Done very nicely too. And keeping in spirit with our Spirit Halloween, another beautiful Haddonfield sign. Welcome to Haddonfield. With a little bit of our lovely Michael Myers, the shape in the corner, so you can hang all these. It has all the stuff to hang it up. But all these signs are great. And this one I thought was pretty cool too. Have a knife day. You can't beat that. And it's not all just flat too. The pumpkin here is actually separate, so it sort of looks like it's three-dimensional. So we'll see how it's done like that. So they do whoever is making these signs for Spirit, kudos with the ideas you're coming up with. They're very, very cool. And us Halloween collectors are going to go there every year and buy them. So smart. And this just came out this year. This is another one, like I said, in the long line of Halloween 2 themed collectibles that they're just putting out by the minute. This appeared in Party City, or more so, I didn't see them in Party City. I saw them in Halloween City, which is basically the Halloween pop-up store to Party City, sort of, and to sort of compete with Spirit Halloween, so to speak. It's pretty much set up like a Spirit Halloween. It's there for a month or so, and then it disappears, and Party City is always around now. But they had these, which I thought were kind of cool. These are fence creepers. They're wooden pieces with Myers' head. I'll have pictures up there too, like I said. And you put them on your fence, so it looks like he's looking over your fence. So I thought this was really, really cool. I only bought one simply for collectible reasons. I would love to get a second one to put up on outside, but I don't have a fence, so it's kind of a waste. And last but certainly not least, fresh off of my Halloween 3 40-year retrospective videos, which I will throw links up here for that. Go check that out if you're a Halloween 3 fan like myself. I did a 3-part retrospective because the 40th anniversary of Halloween 3 had just passed on October 22nd. So I went back and did 3 separate parts of Halloween 3 that I collect. The promotional aspect, all the promotional material I collect. The second episode was all physical media, which is like the DVDs, Laserdisc, VHS, Beta, anything to do with physical media to promote of the movie. So I did that. And then as of this recording, part 3 will be premiering, which is all the collectibles, all the stuff that, the masks, pictures, posters, anything related that's collectible on Halloween 3. So be sure to go check them out. Like I said, I'll have some links up there. And this, of course, you got to have, it's made of wood. Your wood Santa Mira sign. Silver Shamrock Novelties. Home of Silver Shamrock Novelties. So I thought this was pretty cool. This is Trick or Treat Studios that put this out. And they also do have a final processing sign, which I have right there on the wall there. But that's made of metal. There are there's a handful of metal signs that are Halloween collectibles. That would be a real short episode, but maybe I'll try to tack it in with something else. I probably should have put it in all together with this one. I didn't think ahead of that. But there's a few metal signs as well. But I'll make it a separate episode and fill it with something else, because I'm sure there's only so much of me you guys could take. So I try to keep them short and sweet. But those are all of my wooden signs, collectibles, anything related to Halloween that I have in my collection. I thought it was interesting as I'm looking around saying, I didn't realize how many things were made of wood. Because you don't think of a collectible as made of wood, especially nowadays. Everything's, plastic or vinyl, or the masks or latex. But I'm looking, I'm like, there's quite a few things that are made of wood. So why not do something on it and show you what I have in my collection that I've acquired over the years. And maybe you guys don't have them. You can look for it. And if you guys have ones that I don't have, hit me up in the comments and let me know, because if there's something out there that interests me, I want to go get it.
So
Wait, hold the presses. While editing this video and having a nice drink in my Halloween 2 cup, I realized that I missed 2 wooden collectibles that were hanging on my wall back over there that I did not see. Completely forgot. My bad. So I figured let's do a quick ad while we're editing. There's the Welcome to Haddonfield sign. This was in Spirit Halloween. This thing is great. Hangs right above a lot of the stuff. I can't believe I missed it when I looked through everything. So I did forget that one. And I don't know how I missed this one too, hanging on the wall. This one is very cool. It's a sign of what would be in the newspaper after Michael Myers won his killing rampage, the Haddonfield Herald. This is one of my favorite ones too. I like this one. I actually have a paper version that somebody sent me years ago somewhere of this, but yeah, my bad. I missed these. I'm going through my stuff, and I'm like, oop, I'm editing, and I'm like, holy crap. There's 2 that I missed. So throw them in there so I can be thorough. And there you go. So thanks for hanging out and watching this with me. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's always fun in Halloween collector's world. You know, I just get lost in my own little world down here with all the Halloween stuff. So, and I enjoy doing these collectible spotlights. I hope you enjoy watching them and doing the co-collector spotlights and retrospectives and some more things I'm going to be doing soon too. But with that being said, everything behind me is on my Instagram page, which is at that Halloween movie collector. Go check it out. If there's anything you'd like to see a collectible spotlight on, or just love Halloween collectibles in general, just go check it out. It's a lot of stuff I try to post there every single day. And if you have any questions about anything that I collect, by all means, hit me up on Instagram or hit me up down below. All my socials are down below. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we do the Halloween Collectors Podcast with my friends Mike and Brett. And we talk about our collectibles. We talk about other movies, collectibles, movies, spotlights. We have special guests. We have top 5s. We just have a lot of fun and see what trouble we can get in from. And you know, just check it out. A lot of fun. Also, I also have a Halloween Collectors Podcast Facebook group. Go join. We try to, have people interact with us and try to let us know the things that they'd like to see or us research on and put it on the podcast. I also have in Facebook land the Halloween and Michael Myers Collectors Group. Halloween Collectors Group I started a couple years back just for basically collectors, lovers of Halloween. Anything to do with the Halloween franchise is in that group. And people post items that you might not have seen because over the years I've been able to go find a lot of things that I didn't know even existed because of people in that group. So kudos to the great members of the group. Also, I also joined the Twitter world. So I also have my Twitter account now, which is at that Halloween movie collector over on Twitter. And just as of this week, I also created the Halloween Collectors Podcast Twitter. So be sure to go check that out as well too. I know it's like a social media onslaught, but you have to have a presence everywhere or nobody finds you. Best way to do it is do me a favor, hit that like button, which is right about there. Because the more likes you get, the more people find the channel. And that's how channels grow. And I just like to talk to more people and reach out to more people about Halloween. If you're a collector and you have a big collection and you'd like to come on and do a co-collector spotlight, because I don't have everything. I love meeting up with other collectors and chatting and doing stuff like this because I love to see what you guys have that I don't have. And maybe I can look around and didn't even know it existed, which I'm hoping these videos help other people too that don't know about a lot of things that I have. So just be a lot of fun. So do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. And this just makes it easy for other people to find everything. Share to wealth. Doesn't cost anything, which is the best part of it. It's absolutely free. So that being said, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little trip down Wooden Lane and seen all you might not have realized how many pieces of wood there were in this collection that related to Halloween. And I didn't myself until I started looking around. So kind of glad I thought of, putting this together and spotlighting everything that I have that's made of wood that's related to Halloween in my collectibles. So hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to come back for another collectible spotlight. Be sure to, like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go check out the Halloween Collectors Podcast. We do it every Sunday. You'll have a lot of fun. Get in that chat. We're very interactive with the chat. So if you like to talk Halloween and geek out, this is the place and that's the place. So be sure to go check it out. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Any ideas, be sure to hit me up, and I will talk to you soon.